Hello, everyone. Welcome. So this is live analysis as usual. This time with for inflation, more precisely, one of the key, basically, economic data, especially if it's coming from US, and especially during uncertain periods like the one that we are facing during the 2025. So we have a lot of uncertainty due to the tariffs, due to the geopolitics in general. I'm covering everything. I'm referring to everything. Relationships between countries, um, recession concerns, um, and so on and so forth. So today we're just 20 minutes away from the US inflation, which there is actually is quite clouded, I will say. So why I'm saying that? Because it's one of those days that we don't really know what to wait for. I know that a lot of analysts expecting and have forecasted for today's, I'm referring for today's reading, a bit of a, let's say, uh, improvement, rising by 0.1% higher than last times. However, an inline reading is still on. Higher than expected scenario is also on, and each scenario is based on different on different reason. So basically, guys, what is likely to boost today's number higher is the tariffs, okay, and also the higher energy. So these two things. I'm gonna explain further what I mean. But in the meantime, there was an improvement. We just stick on what we have seen so far from economic perspective, from the economic data perspective. Also, there is some pressure on inflation. So that's why we cannot really tell, basically. So last time, and actually it's not only last time, it was for the last, let me check, and I will just keep you just to clarify a bit. Yeah, I mean, the last 3 times we have seen a bit of an improvement, a slowdown of inflation. So is this will continue today? Will it stop today due to the potential tariff impact, and also due to the higher energy in May? Question mark. So let's wait and see. But because we are already, so we're we'll be out in 16 minutes. I want to quickly cover what could happen to euro dollar based on the outcome from inflation in a bit. So very quickly. Let me be fast, as fast as I can, basically. Let me just. Okay, I can see that some people already joined. Guys, as usual, this is your session. Let me know what you need. Let me know your questions. Stick them in the comment box. I'm here to reply to anything that you don't understand, you need help with, etc., etc. So I'm gonna so as I said, today we are expecting, based on the economic calendars that we have seen, the majority of the economies are expecting, they have forecasted basically a slight improvement, a slight rise. 0.3% is what is expected. However, okay, it is expected that we're gonna see a clear impact in May's inflation from the tariffs. So that raised questions. Now, I would like to quickly cover, for anyone that is intraday trader, scalper, etc., how it could inflation in a bit affect euro dollar. So as you can see over here, guys, okay, this is the daily chart, okay? daily chart. We have been in an upwards moment, in an upwards channel. Okay, euro dollar daily chart, euro dollar daily chart. Okay, this is a euro dollar daily chart. I know that you're asking for gold, etc., but allow me, because it's very important to cover euro first. Euro dollar daily chart, upwards channel. It has been like that since the beginning of the year. However, I'm getting some bearish divergence signals over here. So it has been to the upside, but momentum is declining. Actually, the bullish momentum declines. Nonetheless, okay. Today, in general, the inflation data for May could affect the Fed outlook, right? And that's why it could affect the dollar performance in the short term. So for the day and the week. So currently, as you know, we are expecting next week the Fed to keep rates unchanged. However, we have seen NFP improving in May, like rising by more than 130,000 jobs. Okay, so that changed a bit the possibilities of keeping the rates unchanged next week. The probabilities of having a cut drop below 20% after this data. So that's why today's inflation is also important, because it will change the odds for a Fed cut next week. So if we see today, guys, okay, bear with me. If we see today, so I'm going to zoom in into the 4-hour chart. If we see today an upside surprise from the inflation, so something higher, something above 0.3%, and that could also improve the yearly, the headline as well. So keep an eye on the core inflation and core inflation. If we see a significant upside surprise today from inflation, which is not really what the market is expecting, that could boost dollar. Okay, that could boost dollar. So that's why Young, Clora-Nichols, Zibusiso, everyone, guys, you're asking about gold, you're asking about repo, dollar, yen. What I'm saying, I'm covering euro dollar, but what I'm saying is about dollar. So think how it could affect your crosses as well. So as I was saying, if we see today an upside surprise, an upside surprise, a significant upside surprise, that could boost dollar. So that means, guys, that we could see euro dollar over here. This is a 4-hour chart. It's been sideways. I mean, since yesterday, was it? More than, actually, since the beginning of, sorry. Yeah, it was sideways since the beginning of June. Okay, if I just focus on the performance that we have seen in June. Okay, you can see that is ranging over here. I'm gonna zoom in further to the 1-hour chart, because these lines, the lines that I have put on, they are your immediate support and resistance level ahead of the news right now. This is the 1-hour chart, euro dollar. Repeat, 1-hour chart, euro dollar. So if we see a surprise higher, that could boost dollar. It could actually weighed on euro dollar. We could see euro dollar returning back lower to 114 and 1370 territory. So 114, round number, is the very first immediate support level, and it actually should be somewhere in the middle of this ranging market. So it should be somewhere here, shouldn't it be? Yeah, nearly there. Okay, so it could be somewhere here. Okay. I'm gonna put it with a just to because I have high Kanashi, so I'm gonna put it with a rectangle or something. And a break of that could retest easily the 113.70 territory, which is a bottom that we have seen so far in June. Okay, if however we have an in line with expectations reading, or slightly lower, just a 0.2% maybe, that could that what that means it basically it will ease a bit the concerns that deflation will remain a bit sticky, okay, for the second half of the year. So it's like if we see an in line with expectations reading, what it means that, you know what, tariffs might not might have, they haven't really affected significantly um, inflation. So it means that tariffs didn't had the impact that the markets were afraid of. Okay, so I want you to really, really focus on me. Okay, so that could ease a bit the concerns, and that could hurt dollar, simply because it will allow, let's say, the Fed to proceed with cuts, because it's like it's saying that, you know what, regardless of the uncertainty in tariffs, the tariffs that they have already applied, it seems that inflation didn't really, they didn't really affect inflation that much. So move on, you can proceed with your cuts. So the market will start immediately to price in the possibility of a cut from Fed, rate cut. Okay, remember, markets are always ahead of themselves, always ahead of themselves, simply because the majority of the market participants, they are institutional players, big companies, big banks, money managers. So they trade millions. So they are the movers of the market. And because they are trade millions, they are long-term ones. They are in a monthly time frames, yearly time frames, 5 years, 10 years. Okay, so that's why. So what else? So yeah, guys, on the flip side, regarding, okay, you are immediate for anyone that is intraday. They were very next immediate support levels is with 114, 113.70. On the upside, that remains a key level to be closely monitored. 114.50. What time is it? We have another 6 minutes to go, right? Or have I? So what I did, I mentioned Robert, but you missed it. I cannot tell you what to do. Okay. And what I mentioned so far is an upside surprise. It could weigh on Eurodollar. I could push it lower. And an in line reading today soon, or a slowdown, it could help Eurodollar higher. I cannot tell you what to do, guys. You need to decide what you do. But what I will say is that I want you to be very, very careful and trade what you see and not what you think. So right now, what I see in a 30 minutes chart, for example, is a bit of an lack of clarity yet. There is a bit of a pullback, but okay, this is a high Kanashi. Well, we need some, okay, depends on what time frame you are, guys, and etc, etc, etc. That's why I cannot advise, and I'm not allowed to. I just, whatever you decide to do, make sure that your chart indeed confirm you like that, confirm you, give you confirmation. Okay, either if you're a price action trader, or you're using I don't know, indicators, etc., etc. So there is a bit of a pullback indeed before the data, but yeah. So let's wait and see. Now, for anyone that is a day trader, etc., etc., a downwards pressure, as I said, like I'm sorry, a significant surprise of inflation. It will, as I said, it has an immediate like support level at the bottom, at June's bottom. But if that bottom breaks, that that means if this bottom breaks, okay, that means that we could have further decline. But you need to make sure that the asset is pushed below and outside the channel. If we see the asset performing below the channel, okay, so basically if it for any reason breaks the 113.20 level, okay, then we could see it also retesting the 112.50, okay, and eventually the 110.60 territory, which just takes us back to this swing low. Okay, just food for thought after the noise is over. Now, on the upside though, 114.50 and one basically the latest high 115.70 territory, and even 117, etc., if indeed we see an inline reading or lowering today, slightly lower reading. So what else? So some there is saying sell. I don't know, guys. Depends what time frame you are, then what time frame you're trading, what your style, your time. Yeah, basically what time frame you're trading. Obviously, 114 level is a round number, so we could have some hidden pending orders being triggered here. Okay, so that's why this a break of this the 114 is quite crucial, because it could open the doors to 112.50 territory and even lower. So that's food for thought. We are just 2 minutes away from the data. Gold really quick until the data is out. I had gold the very beginning, perfect, well supported so far since May and June so far, but I'm gonna zoom it to the 1 hour chart. Sorry, that's allow me. Okay, have zoomed in into the 1 hour chart. This is a 1 hour chart for gold. Okay, it has been it has been improved indeed since yesterday, but you can see that the slope of this channel is very narrow. There is some improvement in general, a bit higher, sustaining, holding some gains overall, but really dodgy so far this week. Okay, so if I just zoom into the 30 minutes chart, I can see there is a buying pressure. You can see this candle. Okay, it's ahead of the data, and the other data, the data are out, and it push higher. Guys, this is gold 30 minutes chart. My moving averages have crossed. And they are out. We didn't manage to cover gold, but I did manage to cover for you what we happened to dollar. So if you heard me, you will see that I did mention that an upside surprise, it could boost dollar, while lower than expected or in line, it could pressure dollar. So let me zoom in. Let me see a bit the data first of all. Sorry. So the monthly reading slowed down. The core one, both basically they slow down, and yearly and the headline slow down. So that's good. That's quite good for the Fed, basically, as I did mention earlier. So that's a lower than expected reading. Yeah, so it's definitely below the zero point 0.2 that the markets were expecting, 0.1%, zero point 0.1, and the headline is down to 2.4%. So this is a reading that obviously will weigh on the sorry, could weigh on dollar, and this is what actually is happening. So weighing on dollar, and that should boost gold, which is a dollar cross, and it should push also and boost higher for my euro dollar as well. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, guys. Indeed. Yes, indeed. But I did. Okay, let's check a bit gold for now. So that's positive. That's positive for all the other risk sensitive assets cross peer dollar peers. So yeah, that's a call for weak dollar on the expectation that that the Fed um, needs to keep the rates unchanged. So that's a clear. Sorry, that's the clear indication that. Sorry, basically that's a clear indication that inflation will remain sticky. Let's say for the second half of the year. Um, because of the tariffs. So yeah, that's a scenario which indeed it has been delivered. It should be bullish for euro. It should be bullish for gold as well. Bearish for dollar yen. Bullish for pound dollar. Bullish for you name it. And it has just gold just cross above my channel. I'm gonna zoom further into the 15 minutes chart. I know that this candle has not closed, but the fact that it has retested and actually extended above the channel that we have seen so far in June, guys, suggests a lot of bullish bias, okay, which is in line with what the data have delivered, guys. Basically, as I said, a print below 0.2%, which is what it has been seen, it's easing the concerns that inflation will remain sticky in the second half of the year. So it seems that tariffs have not managed to affect the inflation. So there is no real impact yet or significant impact on the inflation. And that is what it has hurt right now and weighted on the dollar. Because basically we are seeing that this is giving a bit the green light for the Fed um, uh, to keep the range unchanged for now. So yeah, 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 that's the case. That's the case, and it's keep moving higher. Yeah, very in line with the. So that's actually a move that is in line with the results, with the readings. Okay, so I would really like for this candle to close, but there is a lot of bullish bias. Yeah. So that's gold, guys. So basically, let me zoom out a bit. So that brings attention back for the, so what's the latest swing high? Actually, this is the 3370 territory. Yes, 3370, 75 territory. I'm gonna also, let me just, okay, on the latest down leg, let's say that's over, that's done. But yeah, next resistance, 3370, 75, 70. Here we go, and the very next one, the round 3400s. Anyway, gold, if you check the daily chart, it has been on the upside since mid-May. Parabolic SAR below price action. Okay, momentum decline a bit. I mean, the positive momentum, but yeah, overall the outlook hasn't really changed. So you see either in the 4-hour chart, parabolics are support for the rally. 1-hour chart, there is a switch right now, a very decisive candle. There is a bullish cross. Can you see it, guys? Can you see it? Or my head is in front. My head's on the top of the stochastic indicator. So we have in the stochastic indicator, 1-hour chart or 30 minutes chart, we have a bullish cross from bullish cross between the moving average, the 5 and 9 exponential moving average. We have parabolic SAR supporting a rally. We have a slight improvement of MACD, but more significantly, we have a bullish cross in stochastics. So that's another. So everything is in line for further rally and possibly a retest of 3370 territory. And if this move is sustained, even a return back to 3400s level. I would like to see Heiken Ashi as well. So it's gold, but using Heiken Ashi this time. Let me see. So, okay, that we have already a candle closed. Basically, how long? Okay, we have another 7 minutes to go until this 15 minutes candle in gold closes. But by the moon, why, Anna? Why? What happened? It's really, it's one of those times that they make sense. The moves make sense. What happened? Buying to the moon. I cannot advise what to do, guys. You need to learn to put some pending orders, guys. Always, I'm saying, do your homework. Put some pending orders on, and it will be automatically triggered. Come on, do your homework. I cannot. I know that you're really you want help, and that's why you're asking me whether you can buy or sell. I cannot advise. I'm not allowed to. Okay, but if you had done your homework before, and you had set some pending orders in advance, this was a really it should have been triggered actually, because it was quite clear this time that okay, lower than expected or in line will will damage dollar. A surprise, it will boost dollar. So it was quite clear. I mean, and yeah, so okay, news, inflation slow down. And it's like it's giving as I said, it's giving the green light to the Fed to move on with its cuts. It's like it's suggesting that, you know what, leave the tariffs have not really affected inflation. This is what that means. Very simply simply said. I don't know what you are writing, Mohammed, over here. I guess you are, obviously it's gold. So you sell at 33.30. 33.30. Let me check what you have done, just out of curiosity, okay? So I guess you were like in a 5 minute chart or something. What exactly? What time frame? That will help me. But why did you 30.30? Not quite sure what you have done and why you decided to enter short at 30.30 level. I smell that you are referring to 1 minute chart. You took this decision in 1 minute chart without stop loss because of this candle, which was exactly 25 minutes before the data. Is this because of the no stop loss at the ceiling? Nothing. Hmm. Okay, this is the 1 minute, by the way. Just ignore it for now, at least. This is a 5 minute. Up, 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 up. Okay. Oh, that's a new candle. No tail at the bottom. So it seems that it looks that rally is still on. With Heiken Nash's candles, as I keep saying, that you need to be very careful with the tails. If a bullish Heiken Nash candles doesn't have any tail at the bottom, okay, that's a bullish signal. If, however, it starts having like a tail at the bottom or it's a small body candle, so that suggests that it ran out of steam, so it could flip, it could reverse. Something similar with here, you see. The next candle was a bit small body one with a tail at the bottom and the top, so you knew that, oh, something's changing. So I should consider exiting a trade or wait for more clarity. Okay? Be very careful. Let me see also the 5 minutes chart using Japanese candlesticks. So, okay, this is 5 minutes chart using Japanese candlesticks, not Hakenashi, for gold. So it did manage to close above the channel. There was another attempt to push further on the upside. However, from what I can see over here is that the overall, okay, you can see that there is a rising bullish bias, but it's at an overbought territory. So we might see this I repeat, a 5 minutes chart, okay, just for scalpers and really short-term traders, not for anyone else. So is overbought. It has been overbought. So we might see in this area, which it was expected. It is expected because it's the top of the channel. It's around the breakout level. So we might see a bit of a consolidation or even a slight pullback with yeah, it should be like it should found some support at 33.51 or 31.50, but if it's expected to be just a correction before another attempt to the upside, as long as it remains above the as I said, the 31.50, but more precise, yeah, 31.50, yeah, 31.50 sounds just like, yes, okay, perfect. It's a double fractals anyway level. So as long as it remains above 33.50, that is expected to be just a correction before another attempt to the upside, just for the sake of an overbought condition. But yeah, I mean, so let me just zoom out. 15 minutes. Yeah, guys, if it managed to like keep, if it managed to extend further above the channel, currently it has reverted back into it. Can you see it? Let me zoom in. You see, it's in a pullback. Okay, it's not far away from 33.50. Let me make sure that I have. Let me just okay. Let me use my bum, basically just to do some like proper work. Okay, so this candle, this 1 hour candle. Let me just. Okay, this latest pull, the mid of this latest pullback is at 33.37. Just bear with me just a second. Okay, let me just do some homework, some preparation. I want to make sure where a potential sell signal could be. So this candle is not over yet. Okay, this is a 1 hour gold. This candle obviously it's not like hasn't finished. We need another 13 minutes for this 1 hour candle to close. But so far, the mid of this candle is at 33.43 level. 33.44. Let's round it up a bit because it's 0.85, blah, 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 etc., etc. So there is a bit of a pullback, but and actually retesting the 33.50 that I did mention earlier, but it hasn't touched yet. Come on. It hasn't really touched yet the midline of this move, of this latest bullish move. So let's wait and see. As I said, the fundamental support, a bullish euro, euro dollar, bullish gold, etc., etc. They support a weak dollar. Okay, so wait, be patient, wait for confirmation. And I repeat, I know that I'm jumping from one time frame to the other. It's because I'm trying to cover everyone's interest. So that's why it's helpful when you're asking me something to tell me in which time frame you want me to analyze. Baraka, because you just join us, this is gold. Okay, this is gold, and I'm just jumping from one time frame to the other. But yeah, this latest swing high, this latest up leg that I'm presenting is in a 5-minute chart. Just to see, I'm just trying to figure out whether this pullback, the last 10 minutes, is just a correction because of the overbought conditions, or whether something else is going on. Okay, so let's keep retesting the 33.50. This candle will close in a minute. Yeah, it closed and it's just, yeah, retested. Let's see. That's a 5-minute chart. Hello, everyone. Hello. Let me see. Any questions? So gold, repo, dollar, yen, the position. I know. I'm always leaving you at the very, very end. I'm Stephen Perry from Ghana. I unable to update my phone number and my account. Okay, dear, because this is I cannot help you right now with your account. You need to send a message either using our live chat, um, in general, contact our support team. I cannot help you update your phone number. Okay, please visit the website. And if I'm not mistaken, used to be at the, oh my god, let me just check. Let me check. Okay, um yeah, it's there. Okay, at the very top of the page, right hand side top, there says contact us. Okay, and contact support, and they will help you with your account. Also, at the very left, right hand side, there is a like an icon. Also, we have a contact, a live chat basically there, live support there. Okay, so please contact our team. I'm still have stuck in gold, just trying to figure out whether there is anything changing or it's just a pullback. But yeah, so far, don't worry, because as long as I don't see a reversal back to 33.43, that looks to be just a correction due to overbought conditions. I'm quite questioning this because it's already broken my 33.50, so it could easily retest the 33.43 level, 43.85 to be more precise. But yeah, let's wait and see. That's just for 5 minutes traders, minute traders. Okay, it's not for anyone that is like it's in 1 hour chart or 4 hour charts and etc etc. Yeah, so shall we get back? Okay, I'm gonna leave gold for a bit, because I would like to see anyway these candles to close. Yeah, so I'm gonna jump quickly to dollar yen. Okay, this is dollar yen. Someone asked about dollar yen. Okay, so should we be expecting retracement on euro before buying? What do you mean? Let me see. Let's see. What time frame? Obi, what time frame? What time frame? It's a bit of a concern. 5 minutes. I'm waiting for your time frame, Obi, and I will get back to you, okay? Let me check dollar. Let me check dollar yen. Okay, dollar yen. Who asked for dollar yen? It was Zibu Siso for dollar yen. Okay, I have high Kanashis on this one. And January has been ranging. This is the daily chart, okay, just for the sake of of showing you guys that it was moving sideways for a while now, the whole May and so far in June. There was something like a head and shoulders with a nice, really important neckline over there, but we're not near a breakout of the neckline, etc. So this might never be justified or confirmed. So food for thought for now. I mean, just something to have in mind. I'm gonna zoom into the 30 minutes chart so we can see a sell-off in line with the data. But this 30 minutes chart needs another 5 minutes to 5 minutes to in order to close. So yeah, we need to wait and see. Okay, we need to wait and see. I can see that even though the sellers managed to push the price way lower, I mean 144.27, that's a massive, I mean we are more than, let me measure this one, that's a move, that's a 900 points move. However, buyers managed to push the price back at to 144.80 territory. So I'm wondering, let me see the news, guys. Let me see whether there is something that let me check. Something that I might have missed actually. Let's see the live news feed. Okay, because we have the negotiations as well. So I'm wondering whether this the fact that sell the fact that sell of in dollar yen, or the push of pound of sorry of gold is a bit limited, whether it's because of the fact that we have also negotiations between US and China. Let me see, there is a tracking basically for the trade talks, so we might see a bit of cautiousness, or not as, so a bit of a conservative move, let's say limited move, because markets may be afraid of what the next headline will be, related to the negotiations. Let me check what's going on exactly, because I'm not quite convinced. So let me see the news feed. Uh, do, 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 do. So they okay. So there's nothing new from trade talks perspective. The only thing is what happened overnight. I mean, that we have seen basically that they have agreed to a framework and implementation plan, but this has been the case since this morning. So um, it's not new. Bup, bup, bup. So yeah, there's nothing new um, from trade talks, at least yet, for the time being, so far, basically. Let me see the Bloomberg TV. Maybe there is something that I have missed. Let's double check. So that's a 15 minutes chart for dollar yen, by the way. Down, down, no tail at the top. So there is still further room on the downside, but trade talks are actually putting a barrier. They put in a stop on the markets. I mean, on the markets. Uh, it basically it restricts a bit the price movements that. It restricts a bit the bearish, the weak dollar. Like it's yeah, it's like the markets, now that the inflation is out of the way, it's like they're really, let me see. Okay. Yeah, the moves are a bit conservative. So that means that they are expecting either for the US market to open, and to see whether we have any further news from trade talks. But in the US Open, which is in 30 minutes from now, actually, what am I saying? Has it the US market open already? No, we have, yeah. So we have another 30 minutes to go. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, we have 30 minutes another 30 minutes to go for the US Open. That could bring further volatility and further volume, obviously. Significantly big volume back in the market. So let me get back to gold for a bit. So by the way, for dollar yen, okay, triple fractal over here, three fractals over here. So 144 40 territory, and made 33 basically. The next support level 14433 level. The next support level, that's in the 1 hour chart. The very next one is down to 143.89. Now, so that's the very next immediate support levels. On the upside, today's high basically is the immediate resistance, but the data should have been bearish for dollar yen. Let me get back to euro dollar. So the 30 minutes candle, the very first 30 minutes candle has closed. Okay. The the top was at over here. So it closed way below the high, way below the high, but there is still we still have bullish signals from MACD, from stochastics, from parabolic SAR. So it's being held basically above 114.50 level, so still bullish. Okay. Gold. Sorry, just a second. Get back to gold. So okay, gold reverted. Oh my god, reverted. What's going on? What's going on exactly? It's back. It's back. Back in the channel. Back below 33.70. So something else is going on, guys. It seems that because of the trade negotiations, gold, because it's a risk sensitive asset, there is a bit of a cash flows out of gold into the forex, more precisely, more precisely euro dollar, pound dollar. So there is a significant pullback, not because of a strong dollar, but because of mainly because they're turning, because they're or they either expect for clarity from negotiations. Seems to be the case. I'm gonna get rid of this triangle, but look at that. It was such a huge tail at the top, retesting 33.60, but sellers managed to push, go back to where it started, to 37 territory. So yeah. Mm, let me check. Seems we need to wait for the US market to open. I can see that overall there is some support, and the data should support gold as well. But it seems that the U.S. market open and the trade negotiations is uh, is responsible so far for this, for the reversal basically of the gains that we have seen on the data, for the complete reversal on the gains that we have seen based on the data. So, and I can see some comments from Fed officials. Hmm. Let me check. By the way, stocks were supported. Where is this S&P? Yeah, S&P 500 also on the upside. Yeah, also on the upside. 30 minutes chart. But this is like still, it looks that it has already run out of steam. Similar with gold. I'm just wondering whether this is just like a bit of a cautiousness ahead of the US market open, or whether this is something else going on and we haven't figured it out yet. Hmm. Something is something is going on with the trade negotiations. Let me just inflation tick higher. Yes, we know that. Positive surprise, good news. But okay. Check the newsfeed. Okay. Where's the guys? By the way, stick. Okay, what? Let me see your questions. He said, "Oh, I did miss something." Sibusisho, you're sharing something. Oh my god, I lost a lot of questions. Let me just check. Okay, let me take it one by one. Okay, euro dollar, 15 minutes. Yeah. Okay, OB. There is a bit of a reversal over here. Yes, I mean, the fact that the tails, this is a 15 minutes chart in euro dollar, the tails are lower, seems that there is a bit of a correction. Yeah, there is a bit of a correction. So there is some sign of a retracement, even though the 114.50 level is still like, it hasn't been retested yet. But yeah, there is some reversal, it seems. Yeah, here it is. That's the 5 minutes chart. Not oversold yet. Not oversold. So yeah, there is some very short term reversal. This is a 5 minutes chart. Check it out because you're trading a 15 minutes chart. Yes. Wait. Okay, Zibusiso, Trump and China finalized a deal. He posted it on his Truth Social. What the hell? I missed that. Let me see. It wasn't like right now, was it? It says that he agrees with latest news. Oh, here it is. Trump says he will work with Xi, the president of China, to open up China to trade. Okay, that explains a lot, guys. This is why we have seen the moves that we the bullish gold, the bullish euro, the bearish yen reverted quickly. Is because of Mr. Trump and Mr. Chinese President Xi. So it seems that there are some headlines out, and it seems that they have reached a deal. I don't know any details yet. Thank you for that, Zibushiso. He said USA is getting 55% tariffs and China is getting 10%, which Trump said he is happy with. Thank you very much. This is what it's about. That's why they quickly the reaction after the inflation was quickly reverted. But will it last? Doesn't seem like it, because as soon as the day, I mean, this noise from the headlines and the and Mr. Trump's posts run out of steam, as soon as this is over, markets should focus on what the Fed is expected to do. So, yeah. And the court ruled that USA can use tariffs to protect itself from other countries. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much for that, Zibushi. So I was trying to find the latest headlines, and I couldn't because I don't have the TV on. I don't have a TV over here, and I cannot see the breaking news. So thank you very much for that. Yeah, guys. So that explains why the moves were quickly reverted. But this is just for the short-term time frames. Okay, I repeat. 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. So this is a 15 minutes gold, okay? Overall, the data support a weak dollar on the expectations, okay, on the sorry, I'm running out of steam. They support a weak dollar and the possibility of actually a weak dollar. Why? Simply because that they presented that tariffs have not really affect as much as the markets feared the data, the inflation, and that's why we have seen a bit of an easing on the concerns regarding inflation. So yeah, that the data were uh, uh, dollar negative, okay, and they and actually that allows the Fed to keep rates unchanged. Okay. Yeah, that allows that it gives some room for the Fed to keep the range unchanged. I mean, it doesn't really push the Fed to act fast. Yeah, so that could be bullish. That expected to support euro dollar, pound dollar, uh, Aussie dollar, Kiwi dollar, gold as well, and to add further pressure on dollar yen. Basically, the yen is expected to gain some ground, further ground against the dollar, because also if indeed the Fed delivers an unchanged rate policy, remember that the same week, so next week, we have also Bank of Japan, which is expected to increase rates. Okay, so have this in mind. So yeah, this pullback, guys, this pullback that we have seen, it looks that it was mainly due to the Mr. Trump's comments and all the news that coming from the negotiations. Actually, they reached to a deal, as Ibusiso stated. So that's why we've seen a bit of a reversal in some overbought conditions as well. But yeah, overall, the data should support gold, euro, etc., etc. But it's just the noise that is coming out from the tariffs front. So yeah, okay. So any questions, guys? Anything else you want me to check? In the 5 minutes chart, by the way, the reversal has run out of steam, and its gold is seems that is moving back. It's ready to um, so it's ready to revert, to rebound. Okay. Let me put a line. 30 minutes chart gold. Okay, I just want to monitor a bit the momentum. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, okay, okay. So what else? What else, guys? He posted again now. Xai and I are going to work closely together to open up China to American trade. This will be great win for both nations. Oh my God. Okay, 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 okay. This is what it was all about. But again, as it was just so, that's just to make some intraday noise, the very short term. It shouldn't overall the assets shouldn't be affected so much. I mean, attention right now should be more on the economic wealth of the U.S. economy and the fact that the inflation has not been hurt by tariffs indicates that no action needed from Fed yet. Okay, so yeah, um, so leave some room, let's say, uh, for the Fed to the Fed. Sorry. So yeah. Anyway, you need to, regardless of what time frame you're trading, you need to stick just um, to what you see as well. Always use pending orders. Always set stop losses, targets. Always, 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 guys. Okay. What else? Guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I cannot tell you what to do. What I can tell you, as I keep saying, is that gold holds overall. It has been on the upside since May. Outlook is still positive overall. I mean, for the last, I mean, still it's the yearly outlook is it remains positive. Intraday so far, we have seen a swing higher on the data, quickly reverted back, but still supported above the mid of June's channel. So you see that this midline has been it has meant to sustain and move above it. The pullback that we have seen the last 15 minutes, yes, the pullback is already over. So it's supported, it held above the 33 30 level, and right now is is um, um, is pushing higher. So it seems that this was the noise from the trade um, news headlines. Okay, as I said, based on the data are bearish for dollar and bullish for uh, euro dollar, pound dollar, gold, etc., etc. So, if it did manage to turn back above 33.43 and etc., it could retest again the top of the channel. Okay, but depends on which time frame you're trading. Still, I mean, I said that again and again. So let's say this is the 5 minutes chart. Okay, uh, that's not enough. That was a nice one because there was no tail at the bottom. So we need one more for clarity, for confirmation. Um, that and this will give us a confirmation that the asset could return back to 33.50, and if 33.50 breaks, then it could return back to 33.60 level. Okay, so back uh, uh, back to a potential retest of 33.50 and even higher. But yeah, for now, the immediate one is 33.50. There is some kind of a, okay, let's wait and see. It's my pleasure and thank you for your contribution. I couldn't find the latest news anywhere. And I never reply on your recording repo, but I have repo anywhere. Oh, oh, interesting, Zibusiso. Repo and Bitcoin. Okay, I have Bitcoin over here. They didn't react. Not significantly though. Volatility for some reason, the volatility for in the crypto market was a bit low. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let me check repo. Show all. Show all. XXX. It's the repo. Yeah, okay. Yeah. The volatility is quite low. Didn't really reacted. They haven't really reacted significantly on the data. Repo over here is consolidating for the past 5 hours in a row. There is a nice ceiling over here. Really nice ceiling at 233 level. So we need a confirmed closure above it, but not quite convinced because I can see that momentum is like is fading, is running out of steam. So there is more of a consolidation for repo, intraday at least, rather than any indication of a potential rally or something. So for the time being, sorry, for the time being, it's like struggling to extend above 233 level. So we need the body of the 1 hour candle to close above this level in order to suggest that it will, the overall the rally will continue on the upside and returning back to, I don't know, 240, 250 levels. So there we need a decisive break of this level of the last 2 days resistance is struggling. Overall, it's still positive. The outlook is looked like an ascending triangle with a flat top, but it's really struggling to extend above it. So that for the time being is just consolidating. Okay. Everyone is asking me whether you should buy gold. I cannot tell you what to do. I can't. I just can't. There is lack of clarity, guys, regarding gold for now. Okay, so maybe you need to be a bit patient for the charts to get a bit clearer, because there is it seems that because of the comments from Mr. Trump, it seems that there is a lot of indecision right now for gold. So maybe uh, try and consider wait, being patient, basically. Wait a bit. There is a lack of clarity for gold, precisely for gold. Okay, this is what I see right now, because after the pullback, the rebound didn't last. We're getting some mixed signals over here. So wait, because it seems that there is a lot of market noise still. And basically, there are 3 minutes to go until the US market opens. So that might be something that is like responsible for this uncertainty. So wait a bit for further clarity, okay? Wait a bit. Either way, 33.50 immediate resistance. For gold, but there is lack of clarity. Yeah, let's wait and see, guys. I'm gonna call it a day. It's been more than an hour. Let me check whether it's anything else that I might have missed. Gonna check the news feed. Something. Yeah. Maybe Mr. Trump's comments were, I mean, on purpose, he decided to put all these comments during the US inflation reading and after the US inflation reading. There's always a reason for everything that he's doing, right? So he might wanted to limit a bit the um, these moves. But as I said, I mean, okay, these are just short term factors that they just make some noise in the market, but overall, um, the soft inflation um, should really uh, uh, suggest further decline for dollar. By the way, I keep saying, guys, that you need to keep an eye. You need to keep an eye on euro dollar. It's very very important, very very important, and especially the 115 level. Okay, um, that's a very important, really strong resistance level. Okay, and it would be very very interesting if we see the asset m- managing to break actually that ceiling. Is a very important level, a really strong um, resistance level, and this could open the doors to way higher. I mean, should just confirm the continuation of this trend and could open the doors to 115.70 level. So yeah, you need to keep an eye on euro dollar. It's very interesting because especially um, especially due to the fact that next week um, we're gonna have Fed as well. Okay, that's pretty much it, guys. I don't have anything else to share with you. Um, yeah, euro dollars should be should be in your journey journal, your, I don't know, your notes. You need to keep an eye on it. Okay. Dollar Swiss also is quite interesting. Oh, actually, it's very interesting. This is dollar Swiss, and I used to have an and descending triangle, and it has been broken. The past 2 hours, it has been broken. That's very, very interesting. Very interesting. So guys, this literally could open the doors to this year's bottom. Okay, um, check dollar Swiss. Um, yeah, definitely check dollar Swiss, because next week we have the bank, the CMB rate decision and press conference, and the fact that it actually broken my triangle, moves below, actually it's trying to break the 0.82 level. Okay, it's actually adding to the bearish bias. It seems that the selling is getting stronger, and this is a very important zone. 0.82 is a very important support zone, because it could open the doors to 0.8190 level, or even 0.8160. Yeah, yeah, very interesting, very interesting, very, very interesting. Especially, you need to keep an eye on dollar Swiss ahead of next week's decision as well. So 0.82, very important support level. 82, 0.8190, that zone. If that breaks, it opened the doors to 8160, 8160. Yeah, 81670 to be more precise. While even managed to hold above 0.82, because it hasn't managed to break it yet. It's just retesting it. If it sustains though and move above 80, 0.82, okay, in order to suggest something that could signal a rebound, it will be a return back within the channel, and obviously above 82.15 level. Okay, yeah, uh, and that's it. I'm gonna call it a date. Which period you are referring to, Dijani? Doesn't giving up decent opportunities. Market isn't giving us good opportunity this period. Which time frame you are referring to? Yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's Mr. Trump. I mean, he put the comments just after inflation. I feel this was deliberable, but the Trump noise will be over. So okay, so you need to look the overall picture, and stick to one time frame. Okay, stick to one time frame, um, and wait. Always wait for confirmation. Always. Oh, you're referring to the past few weeks. Why? Why? Which time frame? Which sorry, which assets? Oh, it's been quite an exciting year so far. So if you are in a week, you're referring to weekly basis. I mean, okay, lower volumes indeed. I mean, lower volumes. I mean, if we check, for example, gold in a weekly chart, indeed, lower, like, I mean, smaller, let's say, moves. But I mean, there was like an incline. Actually, I understand what you mean. I do get what you mean. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah. But if you just, let's say, gold, okay? I mean, the beginning of the third week of May, it was down to 3100s. And right now we're at 3350. So not bad. Just the volume, there wasn't like, it was below average. But yeah. Mostly the dollar pairs the past few weeks. Yeah, okay, pound is like it's on the upside, but it was like ranging indeed. Euro dollar. No, euro dollar was on the upside. Yeah, not significant. I mean, not bright, really big daily moves. And that is the really wondering whether this will take place, this bearish divergence. But yeah, I get what you mean. Yes, I get what you mean. It's because a lot of uncertainties are still on, and we are nearly to the, I mean, very near to the 90 days deadline from Mr. Trump. So there was the need of further clarity from the from the tariffs front. Now we are getting there. So as soon as tariffs are over, and the tariff uncertainty is over, then we should probably start seeing economic data dominate. Euro O's. Okay, the very last thing to cover, guys, and I'm gonna call it a date. Okay, Euro O's. Euro O's. This is a rounding top, like really similar with pound over here. Which time frame, dear Patrick? Euro O's. That's the daily chart. Okay. Let me put the 4-hour chart. Broken. That is rising momentum but bearish. Let me check something, Patrick. Patrick, which time frame? Okay, intraday. It's been a rally. Okay, this bearish crossover here in stochastic indicates that we might see a bit of a pullback. However, overall remains there is no indication that the rally is running out of steam for the day yet. Okay, so you see moving average are keep pointing upwards. RSI still pointing upwards, so there is further room to the upside. The only one that is indicating a bit of a pullback is the stochastics over here. Um, but but yeah, I think that's already over. Just yeah, okay, yeah. It's more so yeah, everything points on the upside considering RSI. That's now in a 30 minutes chart, Patrick. So moving average point further on the upside, RSI the same, stochastic the same. So there is further room on the upside. Now, you stated that you wanted to in a 4-hour chart. Okay, sure. Okay, since you want it in a 4-hour chart, let me do some homework. So we have been on the downside. Actually, the latest leg was like in March, April. So still hovering down 23. It's not helpful. So it's ranging basically since the whole May and June is ranging between 174.60, 176, 176, 117.65 level. Okay, right now, basically since last night, it has been on the ups. Not what I'm saying. This week in general, we had a nice rebound. Okay. That's still up. Still up. So it seems that I'm going to go down to the 1-hour chart. And it seems that there is further room on the upside, my dear Patrick. So we might see the asset retesting the third resistance of the day, 174.7640 level. Okay. Everything supports that there is further room on the upside. Just for clarity, I would like to use my Heikin-Ashi candle as well. So, okay, there is a bit of an indecision, but parabolics are still support the rally. Moving average are keep pointing higher. MACD is still positive. So it seems that there is, it seems that there is further room on the upside, and more precisely to the, wait. Okay, it's quite different when you're changing from one template to the other. It's a bit tricky. What it was at 76, 176.40, 176.40, 176.40, 176.40, 176.40, somewhere here. Yes. Ignore this channel, it's an old one. I need to get rid of it. Yes, my dear friend, seems that there is further room on the upside. Moving average are in line, pointing higher. Parabolics are the same. Heikin-Ashi, there is no tail at the bottom. There is some further room on the upside for Euro Oz. However, because you are in a 4-hour chart, have in mind that the overall outlook is neutral, so it's expected to remain like in a ranging market, this really tight ranging market. So basically, it's expected to continue sideways for the time being. Yeah. But yeah, there is further room for a retest of the so far ceiling of the 2 months ceiling. Is it 2 months ceiling? No, a month, more than a month ceiling. So yeah, let's wait and see. Intraday, there is further room on the upside. Guys, I'm gonna call it a day. Thank you very much. Have a great day ahead. Take care. Be very, very careful. You saw today what happened we were super happy because the moves were in line with the data, perfect. And then Mr. Trump limited some of these, put like limits on some of these moves, temporarily at least. But yeah, for example, you can see that gold over here, like turn back all the gains. So because it's a risk sensitive asset, the fact that we are no longer afraid, or the market's no longer afraid what the outcome of the negotiations will be because it's already out, it pushed the clients to the market participants to turn elsewhere, to turn on stocks, to turn on, yeah, basically elsewhere. Stocks benefited a lot, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, should be. So there was a rally. Now there is a pullback. That's the 15 minutes chart. Let's wait and see. Yeah. It's obvious. It's obvious that market participants are confused. Not confused exactly, but he keeps like adding comments. Now he said that we are confident in Iran deal. So it's like he wants to. Oh my God, he's still posting some comments out there. Okay, let's wait for the Trump noise to finish, like to stop, because right now he's speaking to he put some comments regarding a nuclear deal with Iran. So that's why we have a lack of clarity. Yeah. Yeah, guys, wait a bit. Mr. Trump is doing his things. Okay, that was pretty much it. Thank you very much for attending. Have a great day ahead. Take care and see you again next week. Thank you very much. Bye bye.